Welcome to The Bottom Line, where we discuss trending and important news. The Working People's Alliance hosted a public meeting at Buxton on the east coast of Demerara on Thursday last. Several prominent opposition figures, including opposition leader Aubrey Norton, spoke at the poorly attended meeting, which was also streamed live on the social media platform Facebook. However, controversy erupted when video footage of statements made by Takama, Agunsi and Rhonda Lane, both of the WPA, began circulating, urging Guyanese to get battle ready for an impending revolution. Agunsi expressed the view that the ranks from the Afro-Guyanese dominated Guyana Police Force and Guyana Defense Force, whom he said mainly supported the PNC-led APNU plus AFC opposition, would stand with Afro-Guyanese and the opposition to overthrow the democratically elected PPPC government. Agunsi also related a view that he alleged was shared with him during the crime wave of 2002 by foreign diplomats.
The reality is, the army, the police, are the majority African Guyanese. And sisters and brothers, once we organize our people, and once we begin to fight, we will ensure that our brothers and sisters in uniform will do the right thing. And if they do the right thing, this matter is over in days, not weeks. So the struggle unnecessary has to be long. It has to be strategic. I want to share with you something I share with the people of Baka, and probably it was the first time I ever speak about it in public. During the crisis in 2002-2005, we in the WPA met some foreign diplomats, and we were explaining to them the phantom killings and the behavior of GHRA and his killers. And at the end of the meeting, a white diplomat pulled me in a corner. A white diplomat pulled me in a corner, and he said, I don't understand people complaining that they are oppressed, and they have all the guns in their hands. They are the majority in the army, the majority in the police, and they're still saying they are oppressed. What he was saying, that our problem is of our own making. Our problem is our own making. Anytime we turn those guns in the right direction, it is over.
Opposition leader Aubrey Norton spoke shortly after, and while he expressed his non-support for the total boycott of the local government elections as proposed by the WPA, he expressed his support for the day of resistance that was proposed.
We are the Working People's Alliance wish to suggest to you, and we will suggest it formally to our opposition partners, that instead of mobilizing to participate in the election on election day, we mobilize to turn. It is the 17th of June, whatever is the date in June, to a day of national resistance and African uprising. You know, sisters and brothers, we have to be serious. So we in the WPA, it's clear.
I agree about a day of resistance, but I do not agree we should leave Buxton Falls NBC in the hands of the PPP. I'm not going to agree with that.
Another speaker at the event, WPA member Rhonda Lane, made disparaging comments about Indo-Guyanese and their origins.
Many of them came from the slums of India, and if you look at the amount of persons in India, 1.something billion to that little landmass, you understand what is going on in India. They lived in pipes. They live in all the deplorable places, and the few high ones in the high caste, they live in the top places like Delhi and the big high Punjab province and them place. That is only place for the elite.
These racist and incendiary comments received condemnation from far and wide. Business grouping body, the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, said that it has absolutely no tolerance for any agent or agency desirous of inciting racial tension, hostility, or ill will against any person of a specific gender, class, or race. Violence and the urging of violence have no place in a modern and democratic society. It said that it is disheartening and appalling to see a fossilized way of thinking being resurrected and urgings in a direction of sowing havoc, disharmony, and the destabilization of our democracy, and called for the rule of law to be respected and obeyed by all citizens. In condemning the statement, Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nandalal said the racist and incendiary call for public disorder and resistance, positioned as an alternative to the democratic process of local government elections, is capable of amounting to several criminal offences, including but not limited to sedition, seditious libel, inciting riotous behaviour, and exciting racial hostility in order to create a breakdown of law and order within the state of Guyana. President Dr. Irfan Ali also denounced statements made at the WPA meeting.
I want every Guyanese to listen to this tape, to listen to the content of what came off of that stage with the opposition and WPA, and to ask themselves a very simple question. Are these leaders? Are these the type of people we want to lead our country? Are these the type of people we want even to be associated with leadership in any political system, any political party? To the private sector, ask yourself very simple questions. Can these people who share that stage have the interests of Guyana at heart? To the religious community, in the consciousness of religion and in your own conscience as religious leader, do you accept this? To some of the civil society who would ignore this because it does not suit their agenda too, where are your voices now? What do you have to say about this?
There was also condemnation from the Private Sector Commission, FITOG, the largest trade union umbrella body, and a multitude of religious groupings, among others. Noticeably absent among the choir of condemnation is the Guyana Human Rights Association. The GHRA has faced repeated criticism over the lack of transparency in its operations, as well as its selective advocacy and outrage. Its silence on this matter, which has received widespread ventilation, has seen the latter criticism resurge once again. The bottom line sought a comment from the GHRA's head and only publicly known member, Mike McCormick.
You bringing it to my, not bringing it to my attention, I saw it. But my sense was, as I said, that we're on as well.
McCormick said he was unaware of any public meeting being held by the WPA, nor did he see any video being circulated on various social media platforms. The video clips were then offered to McCormick for review. However, he opted not to look at them. When asked if his organization will be making any statement on the matter, McCormick said he would have to meet with the executives to make that determination. Many Guyanese are of the view that Mike McCormick, who has been the only public face and known member of the GHRA for several decades, is a staunch supporter of the political opposition. His position on the racist and incendiary comments by opposition officials at the WPA Buxton meeting further reinforces this view. And that's the bottom line.